A lot of questions about who's going to be where next season, quarterback, of course, one of them. The head coach is obviously a question with only 2 wins here after 13 weeks. Who's going to be the head coach? Here's Albert Breer on the Friday broadcast after Chiefs Raiders.
There's a lot of uncertainty certainly that's being felt on the part of the coaching staff. They've been given no assurances on 2025, and there's a lot of buzz league-wide that Antonio Pierce could be one and done as the Raiders coach. Now, on the flip side, as you guys could see tonight, he's got the team playing very, very hard. They've gotten younger. They've gone from having the 3rd oldest roster in the league last year to the 6th youngest this year. Those young guys are developing, and the move to Scott Turner as OC seems to have really worked for him. Now, the one thing that we don't know is how involved Tom Brady would be in any sort of decision that Mark Davis makes on this going forward.
So not anything concrete there, kind of more or less what we expect. Like, yeah, is AP going to be coach next year? Maybe, maybe not. He certainly hasn't earned it. And the only like, I feel like the best argument to keep him is like, look, give coaches time to build, like taking the pieces that were left from Josh McDaniels taking a shit all over the organization. Like, it takes time to clean all that out, right? Like, you don't, like, the stank of Josh McDaniels doesn't disappear in one season. So that's like his strongest argument. I would say, like, is that AP's strongest argument to stay coach next season? Is I need time, because there's not a lot of other things he's done well this season.
Yeah, the biggest positive that he has is it's something that you shouldn't really hang your hat on, is my team hasn't quit. Oh, you got professional players who are millionaires to do their job. Interesting. My huge concern, I said it from the very beginning, he can be losing games as long as he's getting better, right? As long as he's improving. A couple of things in that game were terrible. Not challenging that first down and potentially keeping a drive going where Carlson missed the field goal. Wasting a timeout when you were going to punt and then kicking almost a 60-yard field goal in that weather. It's another one. Have a timeout. And that last play, I talked about it in the postgame show. I'm screaming at my TV. What are you trying to prove here? You're not expecting to gain more yardage because you don't have enough time in case something goes wrong. They wanted to just throw the ball out of bounds to waste a few more seconds. That's playing scared. That's them remembering, well, he had 13 seconds against the Bills and they still won the game. Dude, shut the hell up. That's playing with that's coaching with your pussy, okay? That's coaching with your vagina, all right? Stop it. That's absolutely
CWYC, coaching with your pussy.
Yes. What? That is an absolute asinine thing to say. It was chaos. It's like it looked like they had never run a 2-minute drill in their life. Aidan O'Connell was doing it pretty much on his own, coaching wise, on the field. I mean, it was Scott Turner and it was Aidan O'Connell running that 2-minute drill, because any of the coaching that had to be done was not being done. When it came time for the head coach to make the decisions, you're already in field goal range. You only have 15 seconds left, okay? There are many more negatives that can happen, even with a positive. Even if you do complete a pass, let's say it's a little bit further inbounds than you want it to be, and you get tackled in bounds. You're screwed. You're screwed, okay? Then it's 4th down, and you have to rush up. You have to make sure that it's an incomplete pass. Make sure of it. A bad snap. You never know what's going to happen. You're already in field goal range. I understand that Carlson had missed 3 field goals, but they were all – you want to get 5 yards closer. You were already 5 yards closer. The closest field goal that he missed was 54 yards or something like that, 55? You're already at 50 yards away. So there's our 5 yards already. So you're already 5 yards closer, okay? You should have kicked the kick. I was screaming out at the top of my lungs, should have kicked the kick. I'll talk about the refs in a second. Here's another thing that really just like, this guy has no idea what he's doing. When the refs are sitting there and like talking about it and like trying to find a way to screw us, right? Everybody on the Raiders team is doing this. What are we doing? What are we doing? AP's like, what's going on? Instead of running your field goal team out because you're going to get a 5-second runoff and they're going to start the game clock right away. Why isn't your field goal team on the field already? That's another thing. He wasn't prepared, okay? He was caught in the moment. He is too reactive as a head coach. He is not proactive. He's not thinking ahead of what he should do ahead. He's sitting there like the rest of us like, what should I do? And then, oh, crap. Oh, whoa, field goal, get on the field. Absolutely awful as a head coach. And then to top it off, he is asked directly in his post game, in the next day press conference, what will you do differently? And like a petulant child, nothing. What? If we missed the field goal, I would have been fine. You know what? He went out there. He had a bad game. He had the yips or whatever. He missed the field goal. Let the players on the field decide whether the game is won or lost. If the refs decide a game, if the coaches decide a game, absolutely terrible. A lot harder to take. And don't even get me started on the freaking ref running in from the side judge, running in and waving the playoff. Waving the playoff.
Dead ball.
Plays
over.
Make it right. You can't make that call right. You can't get that call right once you blow the play dead. Once you blow the play dead, it's like you can't kill somebody and bring them back to life. They're dead. That play is dead. There is no makeup. There is no getting that call right. It was the wrong call. From what they're saying, it was the wrong call. It should have been a legal shift. But they already got it wrong, and the ref called the play dead. That's it. The play's dead. There's no, no, there is none of that. So we should have still had a chance to kick a field goal, but it should have never gotten to that point. And for AP to make those blunders in a row and to show who he actually is as a coach, nothing more in that whole scenario showed how inept and incapable he is of being a head coach in the NFL than not running his field goal team while the refs are discussing what's going on, not running them on the field and being ready, number one, and number two, how he answered what he would have done differently. You know what? We just need to clean up the 2-minute drill a little bit. We were a little bit out of sorts at the end there. We should have been a little bit more tightened up, and we're going to adjust that.
Hey, you made it to the end of our video. Great job. I know you want more. Go ahead and click the next video. And if you're feeling crazy, go ahead and subscribe.